Okay, and I think we are live. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening on this Sunday? I guess maybe it's not necessarily evening. Some of you might be having day/afternoon/morning potentially, depending on the time zone, but Sunday nonetheless. Well, I guess if it's morning, it probably would be Monday, but nonetheless. Hope everybody's having a good day today. We are back live with some more of our shadow purification grind, because obviously, we still got a long way to go as far as all that's concerned. Not really necessarily, but more so than not. So last episode, I believe we got Delibird and Raikou completed. And we have Miltank and Skarmory almost completed, which is really nice. Yeah, they're both a couple battles away. Really crazy to me, though, that Miltank ended up actually overtaking Skarmory in the purification, or in the heart gauge opening, I should say. That's kind of crazy to me. But I was just getting a lot more luck as far as hyper mode was concerned with Miltank than I was getting with Skarmory, so there's that. And then we got all the new Pokemon, which, as you can see, they're way lower level, which is actually why I flipped back to the beginning to start a new run-through of Mount Battle, because these Pokemon aren't going to be able to really handle Mons, that are 10 to 15 levels higher than them while they're only using Shadow Rush. So, just to make my life easier, that's what I did there. So, these are gonna be what we do next, and then from there, they're all in the 40s. I couldn't remember. I had to gloss over these ones really quick, because I couldn't fully remember if they were or not. But yeah, so we're all in the 40s from here on. So once these 4 get done, then we'll be able to go back through all the way to, I think, what did we get through Area 5, I think we were able to get through last time with these level 40s. And again, I said I'm just going to use the time flute on these two, because ain't nobody got time for all that. And for all you VOD watchers out there, hope you are doing well whenever it is that you're viewing this. And I did remember, because I did look at the VOD from the last stream, I did just literally start them both at the same time, so that's what I did this time. So we're all good as far as that's concerned. But yeah, let's without further ado, let's just jump into this here. Yes, I would like to start a new challenge, please. So this is gonna be, same as last stream, guys. It's gonna be about 2-ish hours. So we'll be going till about 8:45, probably. That's roughly when I went live, was 6:45. So 8:45 will roughly be when we'll be done tonight. Unless I'm really in the rhythm and the groove of doing this, purification stuff, then maybe we'll go for another little bit of time, maybe another half hour or so past that, or maybe 45 minutes, and we'll go to 8:30. I don't know, I'll have to wait and see. But at least we are making progress, and I figure we'll lead off with Miltank and Skarmory just to get them finished, because they're literally so close to being done. And then we'll go into the other, perfect, right on cue. Then we'll go into the other Pokemon, because either way, no matter what, we wouldn't get done with all 4 of them in one run through anyway. So it's not going to be that big of a deal for us to have to start up another run with those 4 still not being finished yet. So it's not that big of a deal that we'll probably get through the first 3 or 4 battles with Miltank and Skarmory still being our top duo. I'm not fully worried about that. I really do like the music for Mount Battle though. Like the trumpets are really nice in Mount Battle's theme. But I mean it's a theme from Colosseum and XD. I mean almost every single track in these games are absolutely phenomenal. So it's like what's the shock right there, right? No surprise that the Mount Battle theme is good, but honestly, I'm tempted to just swap Milton out now, because maybe the running around will get it done. But maybe, nah, I'll just leave it in for one more battle. Because it looks like it'll be done after one more battle. So yeah, I'll probably just leave it in for that one battle and then go from there. I think that would probably be best. Nothing wrong with that. Obviously, these trainers in this first stage are going to be really easy, so we're going to go through them quickly. We just got the trick with the early stages is, well, definitely the first area, but the first two areas, really, the trick is getting hyper mode to proc a lot. That's really what's going to make the heart gauges open quickly in this section of the game. But, you don't get that luck, it's just going to be quickly blitzing through. Alright, Miltank's actually done, so I actually am going to swap it out now for Kojetic, so that it gets its heart gauge open, and then I'll hopefully start to get some hyper mode with it quickly as well, to get that progress rocking and rolling for it. Rush it up. Yeah, for some reason Skarmory just does not want to go into hyper mode. Like, I noticed it a lot last stream, it just was not going into hyper mode, like, at all. And I don't know, I still don't know, because I don't know the inner workings of the mechanics for this game or anything like that, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure most people really wouldn't unless you really dug into the, the coding maybe or something like that, but I don't know if as the heart gauge opens, that even if you continuously use Shadow Rush, the odds of going into hyper mode go down, because yeah, I'm swap them. Oopsies. That's what I get by getting distracted by talking. But yeah, I don't know if as the heart gauge opens, even if you do spam Shadow Rush, if your chances of going into hyper mode go down, or if I'm just getting incredibly unlucky with Skarmory and it's just not wanting to go into hyper mode. I don't really know. That would be something I shouldn't say that would be, but that is. English is so hard sometimes. That is something that I'm kind of curious about. Because, Skarmory is really never going into hyper mode, and all I'm using is Shadow Rush. Because that's one thing that makes this game a little bit quote-unquote challenging in the early game. Because other than Espeon and Umbreon, all you have are Shadow Pokemon. And up until you get the heart gauges opened a little bit of a ways till they start to learn, other moves, all you can use is Shadow Rush. And the trick with Shadow Rush is the more that you use Shadow Rush, the higher your chance of going into hyper mode is. Which is why for these battles, for these purification streams that we're doing, I'm just spamming Shadow Rush with all of my Shadow Pokemon, because I'm obviously trying to get myself into hyper mode as often and as quickly as possible. Because that's obviously going to be the quickest way to get the heart gauges open, is by calling them. Sending them out into battle. But Skarmory apparently just loves me and does not want to go into hyper mode because it just never goes into hyper mode again. Oh, but Togetic's going to in its first chance at actually getting an attack. That's so weird. Maybe that does have something to do with it then. How much progress you've made on the heart gauge. I've never thought to look it up. I suppose I could though, right? Yeah, you know what? Let's do that really quick. Let's look that up right now. Just because I'm curious. More so than anything else. Does an open heart gauge, oh, if I can spell gauge. Hello, dealer. Decrease the chances of hyper mode proccing. Let me see. Let's try Bulbapedia, learning about the heart gauge first. Maybe that'll tell us. Let's see. Okay. So, yes, I know what it is, but... Maybe let me just look up hyper mode then. Maybe if we just look up hyper mode, that makes. I'm very curious. Oh, there we go. Skarmory finally went into hyper mode. That's nice. About time. Hey, they both did. You love to see that. Yeah, so it says that it will only have a chance of entering hyper mode if it has been ordered to use Shadow Rush, which again, that's why that's the only attack that I'm using. Let's see, entering hyper mode, okay. So the frequency at which a Shadow Pokemon enters hyper mode is based on a combination of its nature and how much of the heart gauge it has left. Oh, okay. So I was right in a little bit of a ways. In most cases, this rate slowly decreases with progress towards purification, but for certain natures, it stays the same. Oh, well, let's take a look. See, so I was right. That's kind of crazy. Look at me, sort of being smart. Okay, so, we're a lonely nature. Oh yeah. Okay. So we're in the last bar 10K, so there's only a 10% chance that Skarmory will go into hyper mode. Interesting. Okay. Now let me flip back actually really quick to the heart gauge, because when does it show its nature? When does that appear? Just saw it. I was really just reading it. Oh, here we go. Oh, does it say? Okay, here we go. 3 bars remaining is when the nature gets revealed. Oh wow, I didn't know this actually. Pokemon doesn't start to gain experience and friendship until you get to less than 3 bars. Wow. I thought they got XP the whole entire time. Well, this says that the Pokemon will enter hyper mode more frequently with less than 1 bar, but maybe that is still dependent on nature, because Skarmory is going in. 10% does make sense, so that definitely adds up. That definitely, 10% absolutely adds up. For sure. That's very interesting though, I did not know that. So you learn something new every day, guys. It's true what they say. So because Skarmory is a lonely nature. It'll only go into hyper mode 10% of the time. So, with it only going in 10% of the time because of its nature, I wonder what the frequency of it being, with the increase of it, supposedly, because if what that said is true about it being in the, with it having it going into it more frequently when it's in the last bar, which Skarmory is, I wonder how much of that gets canceled out by the nature. That's kind of interesting. But that does explain why Skarmory was never going, or well still is, never going into hyper mode, and probably why Miltank was able to get through it quicker, because it was going into hyper mode more. So maybe its nature holds on to that higher percent chance. That's interesting. That actually is very interesting to me. I'm not gonna lie. I love these games. Like Colosseum and XD were so great. Like, even though I know I said in the playthrough that this actually was the first time I beat Colosseum, which it is true. I can't remember where I got stuck at, but there was some part of the game that I got stuck at, and then I just could not figure out how to clear, so I ended up just giving up on it, and I came back to play XD. But I've beaten XD a small handful of times. Such a fun game. But both of them are great. I'm trying to think. Oh, it was the lab when you have to go and deal with the lab in the desert in this game. I think that was where I got stuck the first time I played through Colosseum. Because this is actually, I think, the second time I played Colosseum. For some reason, I always just preferred XD. And I think it might have been that might be the case because I played XD first. I don't remember how I even learned about these games to begin with, because that was so long ago now, obviously, but I ended up getting XD first and playing XD first. I know that for a 100% fact, because I found out about Colosseum after the fact, and I actually thought that the story behind the games were the other way around. I thought that Colosseum came at, hey, there we go, there's a little bit better luck. I thought that Colosseum actually came after XD, but it's actually the other way around, clearly. Which is obviously why we did the playthroughs in this order. It is still so funny to me that Trapinch gets Gust as an egg move. And obviously for Vibrava and Flygon it makes sense that it would learn Gust, but for Trapinch itself it's like, where do you cause a Gust from? You know it'll be really funny with Skarmory being a higher level and / more endgame Pokemon. It takes longer for it to drop while running around and in battle. And obviously the 10% chance of going into hyper mode deal. I think it'll be so funny if Togetic ends up passing Skarmory as well, with it being so close. Like, I doubt that'll happen unless I get super incredibly lucky with going into hyper mode with Togetic. And I literally mean super incredibly lucky. But that would be kind of wild though. Oh, we're getting a good amount of 10% chances now. Good stuff. I don't know why I was missing. Shadow 100% accurate? I thought it was. Or is it like 95 because it's basically Shadow Takedown? No, it is 100. That's weird. My accuracy must be lower somehow that I just wasn't paying attention to. Oh no. All. Yeah, never mind. Togetic's not gonna catch up to it now. Because yeah, look at that. That opened the door all the way. You love to see that. And I missed again. Yeah, my accuracy must be lower somehow. I don't know how it could have been, but alright, well let's get Crocodile out here then. So I was kind of right. We did get Miltank and Skarmory done before the first area was complete, which is good. You do love to see that. And Togetic's already Alrighty. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna. So I feel like since both of these are near the top, we're gonna totally need the hyper mode a lot. But I'm obviously not complaining about that at all because that's the name of the game. I really hope we can make a lot more progress tonight, so that way we only maybe can get the rest of these knocked out in one more stream after this, and then we can just call it a day. That'll be great, because then I can get back to recording this too. Which I probably, realistically, I probably wouldn't start uploading the rest of the series, like the remainder of the series, until, well, I'm obviously giving myself way more credit on being consistent with the streaming, but if we get done with this before we finish SpongeBob SquarePants the movie, then we'll wait until the game is over to start to, well, I guess because I think I said that I wanted to do the Battlefront campaigns after we get done with SpongeBob SquarePants the movie, and that realistically won't take very long to do both of those. So yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll play it. We'll have to play it by ear, guys. I don't want to get myself too far in over my head. Because if we were playing like a bigger game as like our main series, or you know, like our series that we were doing, obviously along with Minecraft, then I would just finish this as a side series like it was to begin with. But because I don't know where we'll be at with games at that point in time, I don't really think there'd be much of a point in doing all three. Or I might just do all three anyway, just because Colosseum's been on the back burner for, I think, almost a year now, which is, when I say that out loud, absolutely embarrassing. And especially because, like, of this being the holdup, and in a way it's a little bit my own fault, just because I wanted to stream it, because as I mentioned before, like with off-camera stuff that I do for my YouTube series, I kind of want to stream it. If it's not like super fast, that'll only take me a couple minutes, or like just really be at like stupid and pointless, then I want to stream doing that, because, you know, just on the off chance there might be people that actually want to see like what all went on to get to where we got to, you know what I mean? So that's why we're here. So I didn't want to do it just on my own time. Like whenever I had the time, I wanted to stream it. And then, you know, depression and everything was real. So that's why the streaming wasn't at all a thing pretty much all of last year. Other than maybe like 3 or 4 times the whole year. So that obviously is really why the roadblock on the series is where it was at, right? But we are here though, and yeah, I'm still not super consistent. Yes, this is only the second stream of the month, and we're on this January 19th, and I haven't streamed in 7 days, but at least we're consistent for Sundays. And it is still more consistent than I was last year, so it's, you know, the little victory. And Tuesdays and Fridays, you can expect to not have a stream because I bowl both of those days. So I obviously, you know, I won't be home to stream those days because I'll be bowling. So those 2 days, you can 100% for sure know that there isn't going to be a stream. But the rest of all the other 5 days of the week, they are fair game. I realistically, like, just because of life and everything, I probably won't stream all 7 days of the week, or all of those other 5, I mean. But I will try to stream as often as I physically can. because I do want to get back on my consistency and everything. Both here and on YouTube. I have been doing a lot better on the YouTube channel consistency-wise since the new year started. I think I've only missed... Nice! We're already about to start the second to last bar. Let's go. I want to say that I've only missed... 4, maybe 5 days of uploads this month, or well, this month slash since the new year started. So, and they were either like actually I don't think any of them had to do with business and shit. They were when I really was just feeling like crap. So, I get that. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm Spanish. I record. So, I mean, it's understandable as to why I didn't record those days, obviously, but those were, I believe, the only days that I did miss. So, that's good. Alright, well that was a quick and easy run through of Area 1. And just so I make sure that they're both done. Oh, okay. So Skirmy just needs a little bit of running around time. Alright. Well, okay. We'll run around in here for a quick little second until we get Skarmory done, and then I'll deposit both of them, and then we'll pull out 2 more Mons to get started on them. Because, you know, like, walking around doesn't really do much, especially for the later level Pokemon, but every little bit helps. And, you know, if the sooner we can get them in the party to start doing that, the better. So we'll just have a quick little run around here until we get Skarmory knocked out, and then we'll be all good to go. There we go. That didn't take too long. Okay, so we'll put Milk Tank away. So that's awesome. We got 1 full box done. That's so super great. And then we'll grab Absol and Houndoom. Super, super awesome. Alright, let's carry on. Love to see it. We really do. We love to see it. Probably did because my mic's so good, but I just can't help it. I'm a drummer, so I sometimes just, whenever there's a beat that I really like from the game or from something I'm listening to, I just can't help tapping along to it. So, my apologies for that, guys, but... The soundtrack in this game is just so freaking good, though. Like, absolute bangers the whole way through. Alrighty, going into hyper mode again with Crocodile. Love to see that. And I think that these Pokemon these top 4, well, Togetic technically we got at the later part of the game, but I think just because it's level 20, it'll get through quicker. But like Bayleaf and Croconaw, since they're technically encounterable in the early game, because you know they were part of Mirabee's trio from the beginning of the game, from Phoenix City. Obviously, I just chose to get Quilava because I like Typhlosion more. Out of the Johto trio, but I think that they will get their gauges open slightly faster. Not slightly faster, pretty substantially faster than, you know, like Houndoom and stuff will, because they were technically early game Pokemon compared to end game Pokemon, which that's kind of nice. That does make our lives a little bit easier, and that should make this stream pretty productive as well, because we should easily be able to knock out those 4 in today's stream, as well as finishing off, you know, Starmie and Miltank in those first 8 battles, which is also really awesome. And then, you know, we'll just then start working on the late game mons again, but with those mons being higher level, like I said, we'll easily be able to go into the 5th area of Mount Battle, so we'll have like 50 or 60 battles that we'll be able to go through with those Pokemon to try and grind out hyper mode and stuff like that, which is, or even just for walking around / sending them out in battle, getting it open that way, so that's super great. Still gonna be a grind though, because it still does take a while for those Pokemon to perfect they are in monsters. Oh, back to back. Love to see that. Don't need any items. Yep, 1 bar left for Togetic. That's great. And honestly, it really didn't take long. I mean, what we brought Togetic out in battle 7, and this is battle 12, and we're already on the last bar. Yeah, it's definitely better than the late game mons, I'll tell you that much. Same with Croconaw, we brought him on like what, battle 9, battle 8, and he's got a bar and a half. Gonna probably be almost a bar after we call him this time. That's great. That's so super great. Alright, so we'll do the same thing as before. Croconaw, quick call there. Yeah, basically down at the last bar, just a little bit off. You'd love to see it. You just keep on hardening away, Grimer, because that's just more turns that I'll be able to hit you with Shadow Rush and more chances of going Hyper Mode. That's fine with me. Actually, I think that was a three-peat. When Croconaw went into it, that was 3 turns in a row we went into Hyper Mode. See, now those are the battles that we like. We like going into Hyper Mode back to back to back to back like that. That's what we want. Ooh, yeah! Okay, I'll have to start the next battle in Hyper Mode, but that's okay. You'd love to see that. Croconaw is definitely going to be into its last bar going into the next battle, because even in Hyper Mode, you still do get the little bit of your heart gauge opening from getting sent out into battle, which also is very nice. Hey, look at that, we're only on battle 12, and we're about to have both of them finished. They've only participated in, or we're about to be on battle 13, rather. They both participated in, I think, like 4, maybe 5 battles, and they're already both almost done. Man, I wish the late game mons were that easy. We'd be done so much quicker. Shit, we would have been. We're only 35 minutes into this stream. If the late game mons were this fast, we would have been done after one stream. I think this is like the 4th stream that we've been doing this for. Yep, I was correct. For some reason, I was worried that I was going to be wrong and that they don't gain the heart gauge from entering battle, but I was right. Look at that. And that took us down to basically just over a half. You love to freaking see it. Oh, you don't love to see that, though. Okay, I guess we gotta double in on the barboach, because I'm not trying to deal with mudslap and missing moves and whatnot, and Beldum will slowly start to take itself out. Which I guess maybe we should target it first then, because we'll have less turns to hit it. Yeah, we'll just stay the same, whatever. Yeah, of course I'm gonna miss my first one. Oh, at least it took Ripple this time. And at least it is. Yes! Let's go. That's well, no, that doesn't really count as back to back. It was the last battle. But still, Hyper Mode nonetheless. Super dope. Oh, I actually didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. Cool. I think they're about even. Crocodiles might be just a touch higher, but I think they're basically about both even. Great. That's fine though. If they each get hyper mode once in the next battle though, they'll both be done, which is super great. If not, it'll probably be 2 more battles, and they'll be done. Give or take. Right, give or take a little bit, but if they each go into hyper mode only one time, they'll both be done in this battle. Look at and see that, my goats! I love both of these mons and their whole evolutionary lines. They're absolutely two of my favorite Gen 3 lines. Ludicolo is like one of my favorite mons ever. Because he's just a freaking guy, and Shiftry's just so dope. I was confused for a minute why Lotad was able to take that, but C-Dot didn't, and C-Dot's bulkier, but then I remembered that Crocodile was going to have way more attack than Togetic. And then it all made sense. Yeah, I figure probably 1 or 2 more battles, and then we'll be all good with these 2, even without hyper mode. So honestly, I'm not gonna complain if I don't go into hyper mode. It'll obviously make the process faster if we go into hyper mode, but I won't complain if it doesn't happen. So I don't know if you guys are baseball fans out there. And for those of you that are longtime viewers of me, you know that I am a big baseball fan, and that one of my teams that I root for is the Dodgers. We're speaking of Crocodile's done after this battle, which is awesome. There's some babies out here. And they just signed another Japanese. Look at how much, and that's just from walking around. Bayleaf has not been in battle at all, and its first bar was half gone. That's nuts. They just signed a new Japanese phenom that was put up on the free agent market. I can't pronounce his last name, but the first name is Roki. And that just made our starting rotation for next season like 100 times deadlier than it already was. And Ohtani isn't even cleared to pitch until May, which is gonna make it even better than that. Like, and we just the other day, yesterday I think it was, even we signed Taylor Scott, who's a pretty solid lefty reliever, to a 4-year deal. He was a free agent from the Padres, so that's pretty legit too. So that's gonna strengthen the bullpen even more than it already is. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked for next year for the Dodgers. I think they got a good chance to go back to back. And I'm hopeful that the Red Sox can finally get their lives together this year. Because they did make a couple good acquisitions in the offseason. I was actually kind of impressed. They did pretty good this offseason. They could have done better, and I wish they would have. And there is still time, right? I mean, spring training doesn't start for about another month and a half. So there is still time for them to do better, but I wish that they would have done better than they already did. But they did do pretty good, so I'm hopeful that they can turn things around this year. Because last year they were showing a lot of signs of getting a lot better. Don't knock Togetic out. They were showing signs last year about having sparks of being a playoff contender and going for a playoff position, and even possibly going back to the World Series. Just in the second half, the starting pitching kind of fell apart, which, you have to think about it. Like, we had a rookie and then 2 guys that were way over their innings, like their career innings pitched maximum. So it's like, like arm fatigue and, or fatigue and all that's going to happen. So like, that's just, damn it, that sucks, but whatever. And, that it made sense. And then, like, right when the pitching started to go away, our bats started to kind of get quiet too. So it all, and Roth was injured for pretty much damn near the whole fucking year. So it was just one thing compounded in after the next, and it just was a bad combo. And we ended up finishing 3rd in the division still, which we hadn't done since 2021. Unfortunately, we couldn't squeak into the wild card like we did in 21, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm hopeful that they can do better. Like, because if they can, they got a lot of good bats, even though they let Tyler O'Neill walk, which pissed me off. But they still got a lot of good bats, and I guess he wasn't fully done, but walking around will get him the rest of the way, so I'm not worried about it. Wow, I forgot Absol got a pretty good amount done last stream, because it was going in hard mode pretty frequently. But I'm hoping that if they can get Cedar Rafaela a little bit more disciplined at the plate, he's gonna be a really lethal hitter. Because the kid did really good last season. I mean, like, because he was like, by I think it was May or June, I think it was, he was like a below 200 hitter, and it was looking like, oh great, we got another. I mean, phenomenal in the field though. Like, he's a Gold Glove caliber center fielder and shortstop, like without question. But it was kind of like one of those deals where it's like, okay, great, we just got we got an awesome fielder, but he just can't hit. But he did do a lot better the second half, and I think he ended up finishing the season at about 230, 240, something like that, which, considering where he was prior to that, is really freaking good. Because it is hard to raise your batting average, guys. Like, for those of you that aren't super familiar with baseball, like, it's hard to, if your average is really, really low for a long time, it's hard to raise it. But just the same as anything else, like, think about it. Like, if you're better at math than baseball knowledge, just think about averages. Like, if you got a really low average, it's really hard over a long duration of time. It's really hard to raise it. You know what I mean? You got to do substantially better to raise that average up, right? So But I think if they can get him a little bit more discipline at the plate so he's not chasing pitches as much that he absolutely should be spitting on, he's going to be really, really lethal at the plate for us this year. And, I mean, obviously I'm hoping that Trev's going to stay healthy because it sucked having Story be hurt so much the last few years. You know, and I feel for the guy because he's feeling like crap about it too, because, you know, like he feels like he's letting the fans down and everything because he got given a pretty decently sized contract to play for us a few years back, and I don't even think he's played a season's worth of games yet. Which, you know, that sucks on a multitude of reasons, but I think if everybody can stay, and, you know, again, like I said, Roth was hurt for the majority of last year. He was playing hurt, so he wasn't hitting bombs like Roth does, and he wasn't really, you know, he wasn't able to play the infield as good as he was getting, and he wasn't hitting like he was just in general. Like, I don't think his batting average was over 250 at the end of the year, which he's usually about a 270 to 290 hitter with at least 30 plus bombs. That was a little bit unfortunate, of course, with him being hurt, but hopefully everybody will stay healthy, and, you know, the pitchers will be a little bit more adapted to throwing those, you know, those longer innings and whatnot, or not longer innings, but those greater amounts of innings. And they might be able to steal something next year themselves. We'll have to wait and see, though. But I am excited for baseball to be back, though. I don't know if it's just because I'm tired of this freaking winter weather, or if it's just because I really love baseball, but it's probably a combination of both, really. But I cannot wait for baseball to be back. And my wait for my racing season's almost over. I can't wait for racing to be back either. But I will say, though, I've been reprieved a little bit of the normal off-season woes as far as racing is concerned, because I ended up discovering when the championship race for the NASCAR playoffs weekend was coming up, that NASCAR has a classics library on their website. And at any point in time, as long as you have access to a computer, no, not even a computer, as long as you have access to the internet on a device, you can go to this classics page on their website and watch basically any race ever. Excuse me, guys, oh my goodness, I just got eaten dinner a little bit before I went live. But yeah, any race ever pretty much you can watch on this classics page on their website. So I went back. It's gonna be, you guys are probably gonna laugh at this a little bit because it's like, why would you go back to the season that you first started watching NASCAR in? But I went back to 2011, which was my first year watching NASCAR, to rewatch the season. Because, you know, obviously, I remember who won the championship, and I remember there were some races that I remembered. Like, I remembered that Trevor Bayne won the Daytona 500 because that was a big deal for a multitude of reasons. One, because it was the Daytona 500. Two, because it was my first race that I've ever watched. Three, he was the youngest person ever to win it, and I believe the first rookie ever to win it. You know, there was a lot of stuff going on with that race as to why I would remember it. And I remembered that Paul Menard just barely beat Jeffy to win the Brickyard 400, which I was so depressed about because I really wanted him to win it. And I got to live through the pain and heartbreak again of Dale Jr. losing the Coke 600 by like 200 feet. Because there were some things that, like, with those two races that I remembered that they happened. I just didn't remember when they happened. I knew they happened in the Gen 5 cars, so I knew that they were at least in 2011 or 2012. I just couldn't remember what year. Like, 'cause I had to look up when Dale Jr. broke his winless streak, because I couldn't remember if that was in 2011 or 2012. Again, I knew it was in the Gen 5 car. I just couldn't remember. And I knew it was at Michigan. I just didn't remember what year, but it was in 2012. Just for those curious. But so like, you know, there were some things that I don't fully remember, so that's why I was watching the race again, because like I didn't remember that Jeff won the second race of the season, so that was super cool getting to watch Jeffy win again. And it was, Dale lost a couple heartbreaking races. I mean, like there was losing the Coke 600 by 200 feet because he ran out of gas, which poor Stevie, who was his crew chief at the time, Stevie the Tart, still haunts him to this day because he talks about it in up in the booth sometimes, especially when it gets down to a fuel mileage race. And he also just barely lost the spring race at Martinsville. I think Kevin Harvick passed him on the last lap, or with 2 or 3 laps to go, or something like that, because he just didn't have the, you know, he had a little bit more worn tires. But, and you know, so there's things like that where it's like, you know, I know he's not gonna win because I knew his first win at Martinsville was in 2014 or 2015, whichever it was, 2014, I believe. And I knew he didn't break the winning streak until Michigan, so obviously I knew he wasn't gonna win at Martinsville for both of those reasons. Same with the Coke 600, but because he didn't win the Michigan race that happens before the Coke 600. But, you know, you still, me being weird like I am, you know, you still get excited and hopeful that something different's gonna happen, and like you're still watching it like it was live that day and everything. Like, but that's been able to help me get through the off season at least, because the Daytona 500's four weeks away from today, the day of this stream / VOD going up. So that's exciting, and the IMSA season's about to start literally this coming week, this weekend. Not as in today, but like, you know, like the 25th and the 26th of January is the Rolex 24 down in Daytona. They actually, oh, we're getting good. That's back to back to back. I think we got the 3-peat. Let's go. They actually did have the VP Racing Sports Car Challenge races were this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And the Michelin Pilot Challenge race will be on Friday. And then, because obviously, you know, the Rolex is going to start Saturday afternoon and then go until Sunday afternoon, right? Twice around the clock, as they call that race at Daytona. Obviously, they'll be off for about a month before they go down to Sebring, but, you know, the Clash is the week after that, the following Sunday, and then the 500 is 2 weeks after that. So once, pretty much once the Rolex concludes, and definitely once the Clash, well, once the Clash is done, we're halfway to the 500, which means we're halfway to the NASCAR season starting again, and then it'll be racing every weekend again, which I'll be happy about. So, almost there. And then, you know, it'll be about a month after that before the season starts for baseball, which will be great also. So, but yeah. Yeah, look at that. Bailey's almost done, which is great. And Yama's going into... Oh! Awesome. We got a double hyper mode right away on turn 1. And Bailey is going into hyper mode really frequently. So, it's, Or I should say Yanma is, so it's going through pretty quick also, which is awesome. So do a double call there. Cool, Bailey's into his last bar. That's awesome. You love to see that. You really do. So I think Yanma's like a mid-game one. I think we got Yanma down in under, I believe, right? So I think that's. Let me look at it. Is that where we got Yanma at? Was it down in the under? Am I getting this? Oh no, it was in the Snag'em hideout. Oh, I knocked this Yanma out. I think originally this Yanma actually is in the Cypher hideout in Pyrite. Initially, I'm pretty sure. Bailey's probably gonna get knocked out this turn with the pin missile unless it misses. So actually, Yanma is still technically an early game on, so that's probably why it's opening up pretty quickly and going into hyper mode decently quickly also. Yeah, we did miss. Bailey's fine. That's fine though. It'll still, it's probably 3 battles at most away, even without hyper mode from being fully open, so. And now we can start getting the late game mons out. So that's actually awesome. We can just go straight through to Area 5 in this run because we'll most likely be on the late game mons by the time we get there. Which is great. Ooh, awesome. That's a back-to-back right there. This is obviously still super effective, but it's not, well, a crit will, but it's not going to do much damage because of the great level disparity. Oh, look at that. Back to back to back. You'd love to see that. This is like the only reason why I wish I was playing on an emulator though, so I could fast forward through some of the move animations. Yeah, because like as cool as they are and everything, they take so freaking long. Cool. Now we're down to the last 2 bars. Oh my goodness, 4 in a row. Let's go. Love to see that. I didn't even care that. Oh, see, we dodged that time. That's nice. But as I said, I don't even care that we're going through this pin missile animation so much. We're grinding through these hyper modes. Oh, let's go, baby! 5 in a row. Popping off. By the way, did that Ledipa use Bide? I didn't even know that Mon could learn that move. You learn something new every day. Get the 6 in a row? Ah, I shouldn't have asked for it. I should have just let it happen. I bet you if it was a naturally occurring one, it would have happened. Did use Bide. I didn't even know that Mon could learn that freaking move. And it's definitely not a TM in Gen 2. It's gotta be an egg move. all these Pokemon in this game they get given their egg moves, and some of them, which makes me obviously look them up because I'm so confused that Amon's using that move, and then come to find out, here we go, it does have that egg move. Some of these Pokemon in these games, well, not just in general, they have such obscure egg moves. It's kind of funny. Same again, like going back to the trap and choosing Gus. Like that's so funny that that's an egg move for that Mon. Absol was good going Hyper Mode a lot. So was Yanma, but I guess the percentage is starting to go down because the gauges are opening. We have been live for an hour though already. Time does fly when you're purifying Shadow Mons. I hope everyone's been enjoying the stream so far. And VOD watchers, I hope you've been enjoying the VOD as well. Definitely was a productive stream so far though. Or has been, I should say, a productive stream so far, that is for sure. Finished off 2 Pokemon, then got 2 new Pokemon done, and basically about to be done with 2 more as well. Because Bayleaf, I think, it's got like a bar and a half left, or it's got 1 bar left. Yeah, 1 bar left, and Yanma's just about 2, I think. I'm gonna hazard a guess probably 3 battles will be all Bayleaf, even without Hyper Mode, 3 battles and Bayleaf will be good to go. I'm gonna hazard a guess it'll be much longer than that. I probably should have swapped Crocodile and Pidgeotto out with 2 other mons, I just wasn't thinking, but that's fine, it's nothing to do. The walking around for the late game mons really didn't impact it that much, but it would have still been nice. It's okay. It'll just be 1 extra battle potentially that we'll have to get into with them. So set it up. Back-to-back turns. Well, obviously, Hyper Mode will drastically decrease Bayleaf's time, because that'll probably... I'm gonna guess after calling it, it might be next battle it'll be done. That, with some walking around, going through the rest of this area, that'll definitely be done after 1 more battle. So that's great. Roughly about 1.5 bars, so that's really good too. That'll definitely probably be done by the end of this area, because this I think this is the first battle of the new area, so I'm pretty sure 1.5 bars will be done in 9 more battles. Because I'm sure I'll go into Hyper Mode at least once or twice, which that'll obviously help that along as well. Yeah, that's the first battle of this area, so I'm confident that Bayleaf's gonna be done after this battle, which is great. to get just from walking around. But if he doesn't have it by the end of this battle, if I don't go into hyper mode, then I'll swap it out after. Because it should. I'll probably need that for walking around, I guess. It'll probably be okay. If not, I'll just run around in the inside of the place a little bit, just like we did for Storm Wraith. Not big of a deal. Like I said, I think that from that little bit that's left, I think walking around will be okay. To get it the rest of the way finished off, and then we can just, or like I said, worst case scenario, we can just run around with it in the checkpoint. That'll be awesome. I love that we're making a lot of progress here, because I want to say that discounting the mons that we got in the party right now, I think we only have 5 Pokemon left, excluding obviously, you know, excluding Metagross and Tyranitar, of course, because I'm just not doing it. They're gonna take too freaking long. So we'll use our last 2 time boots on them. But so excluding them, I think we only have 5 Pokemon left. We got Tropius, Ursaring, Smeargle, Shuckle, and Heracross. And I think that's it. Again, this is not counting the the Pokemon we got in the party right now. So that's pretty chill. Right there. And we're gonna be getting 4 of them out right away once we get through here. So that'll mean we'll only have 1 left in the PC. We got back-to-back hyper mode, which is awesome. This should take Absol to about halfway. Yep. Cool. Yeah, Aaron's about to start taking no damage. I think it's like +3 or +2 defense now. That's kind of nuts. Oh, don't do that. Okay, well now we're gonna have to go Blinn on it because I don't want to deal with the freaking accuracy. That'll start to make me mad. Okay, Yana, please hit. The one time I didn't want you to go into hyper mode. That's fine though, it's okay. I can break through the -1 accuracy. Fingers crossed. Yes. Because Sandshrew can't do anything to my accuracy, so I don't really care about it being around and doing whatever it wants to do. But Aeron, using Mudslap all willy-nilly would have made me kind of irritated very quickly. Halfway done, or down to its last half of the bar, and we got a double hyper mode. That's great. love to see that. This should mean that Absol will be down to 2 bars once we get into the next battle. Because that last little piece will get taken off in the next battle. And Yanma only needs to go into hyper mode one more time, or potentially just enter the next battle, so whichever comes first. Which is awesome. I love Absol, it's such a dope looking Pokemon. It does kind of suck that in Gen 3 it's like really bad though. Because it can't use its stab because it's not a special attacker, it's a physical attacker. And Dark is obviously special in Gen 3. But it is also really cool that in Gen 4, when it actually gets access to its stab typing, it's also like a really good mon. You know, it gets Night Slash starting in Gen 4, because that's something in Gen 4. Obviously, I think it already had Crunch in Gen 3, but again, it's special that it can actually use Crunch for stab damage. Yeah, Yanma will be good to just walk around. But I'll do the same thing I did with Baby. If it goes into hyper mode, great. If not, it's not the end of the world. We can finish it by walking around with it. That's awesome. We finished 4 mons this stream. Technically 6 if you count the 2 that we finished at the beginning with Milking and Skarmory just taking up their last bar. But again, it was just the 1 bar. So that's not necessarily that big of a deal. And granted, Yanma was already a pretty decent ways in also. I think it was like about a bar and a half, but still. That's super nice. But we got those 4 knocked out this stream. And we still got a bit of a ways left to go in the stream too. So we potentially might get Absol done as well, which would be great. Because then we'll have 5 mons complete, like real mons complete, not just finishing off a bar or 2. Yeah, I figured, I know how to do the game based still to go, because it's still basically brand new. Oh, great start though. Going right to hyper mode, we don't see that. Acid isn't that strong of a move, and it's split damage, and we're way higher level, so it's going to literally do nothing. But yeah, this is awesome though, because now we're guaranteed to be all on the level 45 plus Pokemon, so we can go all the way through Area 5 before we have to restart over again, which is great. I just gotta think, when I go to get ready to do the level grinding for our main party to get them up to Espeon's level for when we go into battle mode, because I've learned that battle mode will take the highest level Pokemon in your team's level as your opponent's levels. So we'll want to, get I think Espeon's my highest level, so we'll want to get everybody up to that level. I just gotta think about where I want to go to do that grinding. I think I'll probably just go to the Under Colosseum, because I think that's where the strongest Pokemon in the game are that you can fight. I'm pretty sure anyway. That's probably where I will end up going. I'll probably do that on stream also. Potentially. because that realistically might be a pretty long duration of time to do also. So I'll probably stream that also once we get done with all the purifying and whatnot. Because obviously we gotta get the mons purified first. I mean, it doesn't really matter what order we did them in, but I had already started doing the purifying to begin with. Hence why we continued on with it. That's what I looked up about getting Ho-Oh, is you have to complete battle mode with the party that you beat the game with, and then you also have to have every shadow Pokemon purified, and then once you clear battle modes, 100 battles, then you'll get Ho-Oh. Absol's down to a bar and a half. I need you to start spamming in hyper mode, please, Absol, because then I can knock you out really quick. It'd be really awesome if I can get you done before we finish this area off. I don't think I'm going to get that lucky though, but that would be super freaking cool if we can. I doubt it though, because I think we only got 2 more battles. 3 more battles. But still, I would need to go in hyper mode a lot in those 3 battles. Which isn't super likely to happen. But that should literally guarantee that once we get done with the next area though, Absol will be done. Which will mean we'll have all the last shadow Pokemon that we need in our party, which is awesome. About to have its first bar done, which also is awesome. I gotta say though, guys, about the battle for Bikini, I don't know why I keep wanting to say battle for Bikini Bottom. For the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game playthrough, I don't know if that's gonna be 100. I mentioned it a little bit in today's episode, but I don't think that game's gonna end up being 100% playthrough, guys, and that honestly irritates me more than the game has been irritating me. But there are some parts and like some goofy goober tokens that they're just infuriatingly annoying. Because right now we're trying to just gather up to 50 so that we can get the paddy wagon so that we can go to complete the game. But I finally completed the Rub-a-Dub sliding radio tower destruction level, that one. The rings today, which I started that episode before and I couldn't get it, and it took me freaking, let's go, double hyper mode, turn 1, you love to see it, and it took me freaking, like 20 minutes I think today to get it. Like I ended up having to edit out like 15 minutes of footage or something like that. And that, jeez, that's a lot of freaking damage. I know Houndoom's not the bulkiest guy, but my goodness. Got 20 level difference there. Wow. But yeah, and then the next one that we unlocked after that was like a faster time trial, and I crossed the start finish line like right at the time limit. Or well, I think I probably was a second late, but I was basically like right at the time limit and it failed me. And and I think I tried 2 or 3 times after that, and I couldn't get it, which that was kind of annoying. And the rings, all the like the driving-esque ones with their ring challenges, they're so freaking irritating, and they get more and more irritating as you progress through them too, obviously. So it's like there's definitely more than enough videos out there. So if you guys are that interested in seeing them, then definitely you can go check those out. But I don't think that I'm gonna be able to do them. And the last sponge ball level of the game, which is in playing topless, that one's gonna be a no-go. Even though I was so mad because I was literally so freaking close to being done when I fell, but I just, yeah. So, and then I couldn't find the other 2 things, which was kind of intriguing that I couldn't find them. What if I can find them, then I'll give them, an honest try, of course. But that sponge ball probably isn't happening, which I said that in 2 episodes ago when we got to that point, so that's already been established. But yeah, and it's kind of annoying to me that I'm not going to be able to necessarily 100% it because I want to, but at the end of the day, it's like, whatever, I guess. There's no point in making myself completely infuriated and, about the fact that I suck at the game and that, whatever the case may be, that I'm struggling with the kids game as an adult when I did it as a kid. It's not worth just saying that I completed, like 100% completed the game with that being, the consequence. So that's just gonna be what it is. But we'll see how it goes. We'll give it another couple episodes and see. We'll try to gather that stuff up and we'll see what happens. But I don't have my hopes very high, I'll say that. And yeah, I was really hoping Absol was going to go into hyper mode a lot more than it did, so that we could have possibly had it finished by the time we got to this battle, or at least like in this battle, by the time we got to the next area break. But 1 bar left, that should almost guarantee be done in the next area, so that's fine. 1 bar left, I should say, just in case I said 1 area. I already can't remember what I just freaking said. I think Houndoom's at like about 1.5 bars down, so that's great. Yeah, 1.5 bars down, that's awesome. I'm just gonna guess that the 4 that we got done are done. Oh no, still gotta run around a little bit for Togetic and Yanma. Okay, that's fine. We'll just run a few laps around the inside of the place until those 2 have their hearts open fully, and then we can throw them in the PC and then grab out 4 new Mons. That is really awesome though that I just said that we get to pull out 4 new Mons. Normally I don't get to say that. There we go. I probably went a little bit longer than I probably needed to, but that's fine. Better safe than sorry, as I always say, right? Okay, so one box is done, so we can now grab Croconaut out. So Jetic out. Bayleaf out. And Yanma out. And put Tropius in. Oh no, not for Houndoom. Heracross in. Oh, Ledian as well. Okay, I forgot about Ledian. Okay, so we got a little bit more than I thought, but that's fine. Still though, I mean, the only two, because again, we're not counting these two. Only 2 Mons left in the PC, counting the ones that we have in our party. That is so freaking good. And I'm actually gonna save really quick, just because it's, you know, we actually did get a substantial amount done here, and I don't want to lose that progress. And I'll probably have enough time to get through this last area today. So hopefully Absol can get done today also. Then we can say we had a super successful stream because we fully completed 5 Pokemon and then finished off 2 more on top of that. That would get home, right? Houndoom. That absolutely would be our most successful stream of this to date, finishing technically 7 Pokemon. And if we can get, even if we get Houndoom to half, that'll be really nice. That might be a little bit of a tall order depending on how much hyper mode I go into, but although one more hyper mode and I will be there, so we're not off the table. I'm sure Absol's going to be going into hyper mode very little now because it's on its last bar, which is a little unfortunate. So maybe we won't get that lucky on finishing it up today, but either way, it'll absolutely be finished next time. I feel so bad knocking out Togepi in this game because it looks so scared and like it's gonna cry, and then it just runs away and then trips over and then goes into its ball. Like, it makes me feel so bad. Yeah, obviously I mentioned the VOD a couple times, and just for those of you that don't know, I do have a VOD channel now up on YouTube for all the VODs to get sent to, because obviously, like, you know, they don't last for forever on Twitch. They're only around for a little bit, a short amount of time, rather, I should say. A little bit of time is what I was trying to say, but a short amount of time. So, I decided, you know, it's way later than I probably should have realistically, but I decided, you know, finally that I was going to make myself a VOD channel to put these Twitch streams, you know, so I would record these Twitch streams so that I could then put them up on the VOD channel for people to watch if they, you know, missed any parts of the stream, or they wanted to, you know, watch a specific part again, or they missed, you know, they had to leave during it, so they missed, you know, whatever they were, you know, anything that you would have missed, you'd be able to go see. Or if you missed the stream entirely, you'd be able to go see it. You know what I mean? You'd still be able to watch it type of deal. So that is linked on the homepage for my Twitch channel, the same as my main YouTube channel is as well. So if you guys are, if you guys want to see any of the other VODs of purifying these shadow mons or a couple other fun little VODs that we did. I think I have a Battlefront 2 Classic Collection video, or VOD, I mean, up on the channel, up on the VOD's channel. I think we played that one night, and I might have a Gran Turismo Sport video up. Don't know for 100% sure. But I think we can find it. I don't know. I'm really trying to think now, but I can't remember. But nonetheless, we got a couple more of these VODs over there now, regardless. And obviously, you know, the main channel's got a bunch of videos on there for you guys to check out if you're so inclined to, which I would greatly appreciate, of course. And the thing is with the VODs channel, I really need to get consistent with the streaming so I can get VODs going up on there, because I can't post links that are clickable in a YouTube description until like YouTube like authenticates me, and consistently uploading is one of the ways to do that. Which is obviously how I got away with it on my main channel, but because I've still been posting obviously like the links and stuff in my descriptions on the VODs, but I've always gotten that little flag on like, okay, like, you know, you gotta authenticate yourself and blah blah blah, and obviously since it's gotta be for at least 2 months of consistency, which obviously that's not happening yet, so, or hasn't happened yet rather, so is what it is. But obviously I need to get that rocked and rolling so I can have clickable links in the description so people don't have to copy and paste, you know, to get over here to follow, to get to catch the streams live, or to flick over to my main channel if they aren't already subscribed to it. Because obviously I have both of those links in the description of my VODs. Just like I have my VODs channel and the Twitch channel in the description of my YouTube videos. And like I have both the VODs channel and my main channel on my Twitch page. In the About section of my Twitch page. Because, you know, like, for those of you that are watching the VODs, just since I brought that up, if you guys do want to swing over to the Twitch channel and drop a follow and get the little notification bell turned on there so you guys get notified when I do go live, so you can catch the streams live if you feel so inclined to. Appreciated. Or if you prefer to stay to watch the VODs over here on YouTube, that's fine as well. Whichever is your viewing preference is perfectly fine with me. That's another reason, honestly, why I also wanted to make the VODs channel. It wasn't just for the fact so that people that maybe missed certain parts of the stream could see the whole thing, or at least go back and watch the parts that they missed. It's also because, like, I know some people might not like watching stuff on Twitch. They might only like watching stuff on YouTube and vice versa. So I just wanted it to be as easily accessible to everybody as possible, pretty much. So that's another reason really why I made the VODs channel, because if people don't want to go to Twitch to watch stuff, but they still want to see the content that I made over there, or over here rather, then they'll be able to do that. Wow, Houndoom has opened up more than I was even planning on. I thought I was going to be fine with it being down to halfway by the time the stream ended, but we're about to be down to only 2 bars left, and we still got about 30 minutes left in the stream, 20 minutes rather. And I need Absol. I think I'm going to need Absol to go into hyper mode at least one more time if I want to have it done by the time we this area, and I don't think that's going to be enough to open its heart cage. Oh no, I lied. We got 3 battles left. That was the 4th to go. Yeah, I definitely am going to need hyper mode at least one more time with that, so I'll finish it before we get done with this area. That's fine, though. Either way, it's not that big of a deal. Because again, we're using the higher level Pokemon now, so we can go through to Area 5. We'll still be fine as far as levels are concerned. I don't think that's quite going to get done in 2 more battles without at least 1 more hyper mode, so that's okay though. But Houndoom though, Houndoom will be down to 2 bars by the time this area is over with or without hyper mode, so that's really great. That's way better than I could have hoped or expected out of Houndoom. Could you imagine if we get on like a hot streak of hyper mode with Houndoom and we finish both it and Absol today, so we can say that we fully completed 6 Pokemon and then also finished off the other 2, so we finished off 8 Mons. That would be crazy good productivity if we could say that. I doubt we're gonna get that lucky though. I feel like we'd have to get really lucky with Houndoom's hyper modes for that. But that would be insane. Definitely can 100% say that Absol will be done though, because I think after calling it, that will fully get it open. Yep. Probably have to do a little bit of running around, right? There's probably just that little smidgen, you know, like 1/4 of an inch left to open, but that's okay. Oh, I really was hoping Houndoom was going into hyper mode there. Like I said, it's starting its down to its last 2 bars once we can throw it out into the next battle, so that's way more than I could have even expected to get to by the time that the stream was over, so I'm perfectly okay with that. Okay, let's just double check. It's probably not, yeah, it's almost fully open, so let me actually get Letting out first because it is the lowest level that we got left. And I'll be a little bit more worried about it fighting similar leveled Pokemon in the preceding, like, you know, once we get there, than all the other ones that will be a higher level, so we'll start working on Letting now, so that hopefully we don't have to go super deep into the 40s before it's done. Let's go. Hyper mode for Houndoom, turn 1. Yeah, I do think though that we'll probably be wrapping it up after this area is done, guys. Probably is gonna be a little short of 2 hours, but I don't really want to for that much longer than the 2 hours today. Just so that I can get kind of settle down and relax to get ready for bed, because, you know, as per usual, I've been sleeping like crap. You know, we all know my sleep schedule's terrible, but and I know I won't be able to get through another area in like 20 minutes, especially considering we still have a whole nother battle to go. And I think it's the area boss that's gonna have, you know, they're gonna have 5 Mons at least. But definitely was a very productive stream today, though, for sure. I mean, we can even argue. Well, yeah, we can argue with where Miltank and Skarmory's bars were when the episode started. That we 100. If we take that and put them to work, like, you know, take out Houndoom, we can argue that we officially finished 7 Pokemon this stream. Or, I'm sorry, 6 Pokemon this stream. But either way, I mean, we definitely, we 100% completed 5, and then again, you know, we finished off the other 2 that were almost completed. So fully completing 5 and then also completing 2 more. That's definitely a very productive stream. I think I want to say this is the most productive one we've had, which is great. We'll finish off this guy and then we'll call it a day. Today, and try and stream tomorrow. I'll see how I'm feeling or what I got going on. I probably won't be going anywhere tomorrow because it's supposed to be like sub-Arctic temperatures where I live for the next 2 days. Unfortunately, on Tuesday I have to go bowling, but I don't have anything pressing to do tomorrow. So unless, like, you know, something catastrophic happens somewhere, I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. So most likely gonna be able to do, we can do a cozy stream tomorrow because it'll be cold as shit. All right, let's go back-to-back turns. Oh, that's a problem. That's quad. Oh my god, and that even just came from a nose pass, and that mon's not even strong. Ledian does suck though. But oh my goodness. Goes into hyper mode a couple more times. If in this battle we can finish it off this stream too. Wouldn't that be freaking nuts? That would be freaking nuts, wouldn't it? I'm down for it though. Like, I kinda want Hound to just spam hyper mode right now. So we can get it, finish this episode too. But well, I guess technically it is an episode with this stream also. You guys can definitely tell I'm way more used to being a YouTuber than doing the Twitch stuff because I'm calling them episodes. But technically they are, I guess, right? It's all the same deal. At least no passes on. I don't think any of his other Pokemon know rock type. Well, maybe he probably does know rollout, doesn't it? Ledian's gonna get knocked out, but that's fine. Oh, never mind. I mean, I'm getting knocked out next attack I do, no matter what. I kind of wish I could go into hyper mode so that even if I did get knocked out, next time I sent it out in battle, I'd be able to call it right away, but that's fine. No big deal. Alright, let's get Tropius out here then. I probably should have gone to Heracross. Whatever, that's fine. So I guess I probably should do the level 45 Pokemon first before Tropius at 49 because it is technically a higher level, right? So it'll fare better against the higher level Pokemon. Then yeah, I probably will switch that around. That's fine. It's not the biggest deal. Mode on the Tropius already. That's awesome. the one I need to go into hyper mode, big fella. I mean, Tropius going into it is fine, but you're the one that I need to, because I need to get you done. Nope, still not. I'm begging too much now, aren't I, guys? I probably am. It's okay though. Nope, not on the last mon either. Oh well, it's fine. Alright, good deal. Well, alright guys. Like I said, I don't see us getting through another area in 15 minutes, and I don't want it to go too much longer. So I think I'm gonna wrap things up here. But let's see. Is Absol done? No, I gotta run around with it a little bit. All right, let's run around with Absol for a little bit till we get him all done. Let's get our Pokemons first, actually. Now we'll run around for a little bit, and then we'll be all good to go, for next time, which is great. I doubt that next stream's gonna be the last stream, even though we will be down to the last 7 Pokemon, just because most of them are late game ones. Well, it's actually, I mean, technically we'll be down to the last 6, because Houndoom's, literally almost there, right? But, alright, there we go. Because, I mean, Houndoom will almost guaranteed be done in the next stage. So we'll take Absol out. Ursaring in. Yeah, so I mean, Shuckle's the last Pokemon left in the box that we need to purify. Again, not counting these 2 because they'll take way too freaking long. So, with that being said, and again, Houndoom he's got just a smidge over a bar left to go. So, almost guaranteed that he'll be done next episode, or next stream, next area that we finish, so definitely next stream. So then we'll have the last 6 mons that we need in the party once Houndoom gets swapped out, which is great, and only Ledian is the weakest one. I'll probably do Smeargle first, or next also though, because, obviously Smeargle's got no stats. So, yeah, I mean, look at those stats. So he might as freaking well be not level 45. I mean, look, he's almost as weak as freaking Ledian. Which, I didn't know Ledian was that weak, though. Hold on a minute. 33 attack at level 40? Is Ledian really that weak? I guess maybe it's base 35 attack, but no, that can't be right. Because I know I probably don't have IVs and EVs and all that crap maxed out, and I might not have a nature, but that's an attacking nature. But at level 100 with max IVs and EVs and a perfect Ledian basically has 185 attack. And I don't see myself gaining 155 attack in 60 levels, even if I did have perfect IVs and EVs. I mean, granted, I probably would have higher than 33 if I did, but I didn't know that Ledian was that freaking weak. Because now I want to know how weak Smeargle is, because his attack's only a little bit lower than that. Base 20, Jesus Christ. So yes, I think Smeargle probably will be the mon that we do next after Ledian. Even though I might not want to have, that's probably how I'm gonna do it. But nonetheless, we're all raring to go here, which is awesome. So yeah, like I said, guys, I think it's probably where I'm gonna wrap the stream up for today. So appreciate you guys for stopping by the stream if you guys did. And again, if there's anything that you guys missed, the VOD will be put up onto the VOD channel later, so that you guys can check that out. And again, it's linked up on the in the home page of my Twitch channel in the About section there, so you guys can get the link to flick over there to check out the VOD and anything else that you might have missed. And yeah, with that, I'm gonna sign off here, and I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Have a good rest of your day / night / morning / afternoon / evening, whatever time zone you're in, and catch you guys around. See you later, guys.